Alright lads, so we are at Yashio Factory by myself today. It is literally empty. No one is here. No Akka-chan, no Fukasawa-san to help me whatsoever. It's their day off. And we gotta get this car finished because tomorrow is new tie rod and alignment day, and then we're drifting all day at Nikko Circuit on Wednesdays. So we do not have time to take a day off, unfortunately for me. Hopefully I can get this done in a couple hours and I can take the rest of the day off. But here's where we're at. We kind of got the dash sitting in there really, really nice. We managed to get this garnish in yesterday, but now I need to go and get this side in, which probably is going to involve me having to unbolt here and loosen there again, and just kind of like shimmy that around to try and get that in. Once I get that in, I can start bolting in the cage and I can start putting everything in around it. Probably start with a carpet and work our way up. I'm gonna time lapse a little bit, but probably not a whole bunch today because I think you guys have seen enough time lapsing with this project, and quite frankly I'm sick of seeing the time lapse, but it may be a good idea to just have it running just in case something happens. But otherwise I wanted to give you guys a bit more of a closer look of how this is looking here. It's really nice there, and then the same over here. It's a little bit of a bigger cut here because it was a bit harder to try and figure out, but it still looks really good. Nonetheless though, like, I thought it was going to look way uglier, the cuts being there, but it really doesn't, and yeah, it turned out pretty good. So that's pretty much where we're at. Let's get to it. Is it weird that I'm trying to be super optimistic that I'll be able to get this in without having to move the the roll bar? This is not happening at all, eh? This is worse than the other side, I think. Let's see. Can we at least slide this piece in? I don't know. We're definitely gonna have to unbolt this. I feel like the biggest idiot. Oh, actually this may not be too bad, eh? Hang on. If I can get this part in here, let's just play around with the dash a little bit. The camera's sitting on the dash, so if I move the dash too much, the camera's gonna fall. But if I jam that in there, can I slide this sucker up in there? Maybe we're in business, lads. Maybe. I don't know. No, we're not. We're not in business at all. This is not happening. Easy. And now, just like that, you get the sucker in. Honest housewife, hardworking SAMMIT here. We're pretty much just vacuuming all the shards of metal and stuff from drilling, plus any plastic from anything we cut when the dashboard was inside the car. You know, all that nice stuff. Getting the floor looking nice and clean so that there's nothing under the carpet when we put that in. So I'm gonna keep working away with this little Dyson, the little Dyson that could. And we'll get the carpet in there and then start doing the interior and getting the rest of the dash all bolted in. So we now have carpet on both sides, and the best thing about this is the previous cut holes from the previous owner and the other cage that was in here suit the new cage perfectly. Although he didn't really do the best job of cutting holes in the carpet, he just kind of cut these big squares, but still nonetheless it suits the new cage, so I'm happy about not having to cut anything there. I realized I made another mistake. So it turns out that if you want these pieces in the rear, which I do because they have a fair bit of nice like kind of padding and sound dampening there, and I'm not going for a full like track car here, I still want this thing to be enjoyable to drive, which is why I'm fixing things like, you know, getting the rear seats put back in to dampen the sound there, replacing the seal in the shifter, the inner seal, so that we don't smell trans fluid, like all those kind of things, because I do want to be able to enjoy driving this on the street a lot as well as on the track. So I do want to install these, and the frustrating thing is I have to take these rear bars out to do it, because you're supposed to feed it through the holes that you cut in this and then kind of install them together, just like what we had to do with these side garnishes. So the instructions didn't say that. They don't show that at all. In fact, they have pictures here showing that the cage is installed without them, and I assume now that that's because this particular person, this is a track car and they don't want interior at all. Because then later on, if you look at like some pictures down here, they show it like with those pieces installed, and see how nicely cut it is and stuff. Like, so it's not like you can clip it over the pole. It's actually, you got to feed the pole through that and then kind of click it all and bolt it all in. It's going to be a pain, but
we'll get it done. We got the time today, so I'm not too upset about it. It's just kind of like, oh, no, again, I stuffed up, but it's all G. We're learning. We're all learning. So yeah, I'm gonna bolt in the rest of this kind of stuff here, and get this to a point where then I'll work on the back, and we'll get that all sorted out. And we're not that far off from being done, which is epic. So let's get back to it. So I ended up going to the time lapse, but I just wanted to get this thing done. And as you can see, we are finished. The only thing left to do is to put the 2 seats in, and that's that. I mean, obviously, maybe the gear shift boot too, but I'm leaving that out because we got the brand new shifter and seal coming for that on Tuesday, sorry. Today's Monday. So we'll be switching that out, but everything is in there and it looks great. We were able to reuse the original holes there. This one I just had to kind of elongate the hole a little bit so it cleared, but otherwise, turned out really, really well. And Oka-chan's now back, and Yuta from all the way down in Okinawa is here, so we're going to go to the Tokyo Motor Show. It's been about 3 years since I've been to the last Tokyo Motor Show, so I'm pretty interested to see what all the manufacturers have got to put on display. Subaru's up there having a rave party or something, I don't know. They've got a car on like a moving platform stage. It looks a little bit crazy. That's pretty sick though. Let's get a bit closer. Oh, that's badass. See what they did? That's a physical car moving on the stage, and then the video that they project behind it is like the road and stuff to make it look like the car's moving. Kind of cool, but also, I don't know. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. That's sick. How funny would it be if this was like Toyota's new Chaser? Definitely wouldn't be. Well, that is a 4-seater too. That's what's mind-blowing. That's crazy. Subaru's still having a rave party. What else is going on here? Subaru went for the rave party, and Daihatsu has gone for a full Broadway production. Like, actually. Oh, this is cracking me up. Only in Japan. This is amazing. This is actually the coolest thing. They have all these little workshops set up, like Toyota, Nissan and everything. They're teaching kids how to change tires and all that kind of stuff. That's amazing. I love that. And like, they've got a bunch of kids there and they're teaching them about EV cars, and look at that whole setup in there. That's so cool. Not sure if I'm supposed to film the kids, but I love it when I see car companies getting behind the future generation, because that's what's important, right? Here's another workshop. This one's by Nissan, and you can see they've got all the kids in there. They give them like a little uniform to wear and everything, and they teach them everything. Like, they have like a little, it's not like super like technical, but you know, enough. And then here's Mazda'S one. They got some kids in there too. They got a new Roadster in there that they're pulling apart and stuff. It's so good. I love it. So pretty much as a parent, which is kind of another reason why we're here, because Oka-chan brought his daughter here and stuff like that, and she's checking stuff out. She's only 3 years old though. She's fully into this kind of thing. There you go, Daihatsu's doing it too, the little kids workshop. It's so epic. I love it when, I've already said this before, I'm repeating myself, but I love it when companies get behind the future generation and get kids involved and stuff like that. It's really cool. You guys might recognize this Ferris wheel. We're in Odaiba. There's Venus Fort there. And that was the building where we entered in. It's so weird, like the event is everywhere. There's Diver City there as well. It's kind of huge this year, although it's been like 3 years since I've been here, but last time we were all only in that big weird building there, like the Twin Towers there, so it's kind of weird. But let's see if we can find, apparently there's some drift cars and Itasha cars somewhere along the road that connects them, so let's go check it out. Alright, so I found some pretty cool stuff on the road that connects us to the two buildings. It's pretty sick gold R35 GTR, which is pretty sick. And then they've got a bunch of like ATV stuff and snowmobiles and things like that. But up here, there's supposed to be some Itasha and some like Tokyo Auto Salon kind of drift cars or D1 GP cars or something. So we're gonna get up there and take a look at those. But I would kill for something like this. Like just be able to have one of these and be able to rip on it somewhere. It's some massive land in Japan, but Japan's so small and overpopulated that it's very hard to... It's even got paddle shifting? What? That's so cool. I need to get one of these. There's a bunch of stuff going on down there. A cute 3-cylinder. All right. The goal one day would definitely be to like own one of those in the States, and whenever I go over there for a holiday, I can just rip on that with Rudnick or something and sink it. Probably not sink the expensive one, you know what I mean? But just have fun. This view though, it's incredible. The lights are now on with the Halloween pumpkin. That's funny as. But the view here is just beautiful. We drove past this the other day and I showed you guys out my window, but just being in the middle of it's kind of cool. Let's see what else we find up here. Oh, check it out. We struck gold. I haven't seen this one before. That's sick. That's very cool. I'm loving the pinks and the violets and stuff on that one. That's very cool. I love the sticker, break a rule, a rebellious attitude. Hell yeah. That's so sick, man. This is an expensive Itasha wrap. Sugoi. See our guys. Geez, they look good on everything. They really do. We've seen this before on the channel heaps. He lives somewhere near my house and we always pass each other on the highway. This is a very famous RX7, Itasha RX7 though. The guy gets it redone every few years with the same wrap, but you guys have probably seen this everywhere on the internet. Very, very cool. And then it kind of continues here. Oh, this is sick. Love seeing Itasha cars like this. Very cool. Oh, someone got a Dodge and did it? That's actually really cool. I love that. It's kind of simple. Really nice. I love it. It's like kind of subtle. It kind of, like it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on there, but there actually is. But it's just the way it's designed is, I think it's just because it's mainly Sakura and stuff like that, but looks very cool. Okay, this is pretty cool. We've seen an Itasha Lamborghini before, but I've never seen an Itasha Ferrari. That's sick. I love seeing more and more weebs getting rich where they can afford cars like that. That is sick. You never see these supercars or exotics wrapped like that. Very, very cool. Wow, it's gotten dark really quick. It's only just hit 5 p.m. and it's pretty much almost completely dark out. Winter kind of sucks for that here in Japan. But look what we found, boys. This guy was just recently driving in D1, which is sick. And it's here on display. Very, very cool. This car's always good to see. This is what, these are the cars that make me want an RX-7. I love the padlock through the bonnet pin there, the hood pin. Make sure no one pops that open and steals the 4-rotor engine out of that while it's on display, you know. Definitely got some nice wing game, all that kind of jazz. Loving the body kit. Very, very cool. I love how they kind of still wanted to keep the RX-7 kind of look with that hatch, but they made this carbon hatch that bolts on there with vents to pull air into the rear mounted radiator and stuff like that. It's super cool. Very cool. Probably one of my favorite cars in D1, Matsui's RX-7. And then over here, we've got the Toyo Tires 180SX. And I'm pretty sure this is one of their refreshed new builds, because all their previous 180s that were used in old D1 comps and stuff have all been sold, actually. You may have seen a few of them pop up on the market and stuff. I know there's a bunch of posts being shared on Facebook with them. But yeah, there's not even driver like tags or anything on this, but super cool. Definitely looks like he's running some new aero in the back here. And the livery's refreshed for sure. Very, very cool. Love it. Yo, this is cool. Loving the 3-piece wheels, they look sick. I can't believe someone's already done this. Like, it looks so weird. I can't figure out exactly what it is. It's so confusing, but I love it. Very cool. Oh, it's an RX-8. Someone did this to an RX-8? What? With the new Mazda front on it? That's so cool. And then here they have a Vitz. But look at the front end swap on it. That's so cool. I didn't know they made stuff like that. That's epic. Anyways, let's have another quick look at this RX-8 because this is blowing my mind. If May wants an RX-8, I'd totally do something like this to it, just so it looks cool, because that is epic. It's like a combination of a couple different cars, but I'm pretty sure like the ND Mazda, like the new Roadster front headlights maybe, and that garnish is kind of weird, but I think that's off like some other Mazda. But it's just so cool. Like, I had no idea that this was an RX-8 looking at it from the front or the rear. I see it now when I look at the doors and after knowing that, but it's blowing my mind, like the Ferrari kind of tail light conversion as well. And you can see there, that's how it started out, a blue RX-8. That's sick, I love that. That's some very, very cool stuff. It's exactly what the sign says, dream car, that's for sure. So I'm now on my way home and it was such an epic day. I'm so glad we got the car in a finished state. All I gotta do is put the seats in tomorrow morning before we do the alignment and change those tie rod ends. And then going to the Tokyo Motor Show, that was awesome. I was not expecting that today. That was just so random. Aka-chan rocked up at like lunchtime. I was like, let's go to the Tokyo Motor Show. And I'm like, all right. So yeah, that was really fun, and just being able to see what was going on there, the Itasha cars, a couple D1 cars, but mainly I think it was just super cool because we got to see like all the car companies like inspiring and helping out the younger generation. So I thought that was super, super cool, and we need to see more of that happen. I think Japan does that pretty well. Anyways, we're gonna head home, and then once we get there, we'll pick it up from there. So I've been home for a while now, and I've just finished editing, and man, am I ready to crash. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was definitely fun for me being able to work on the car, get the S15 all sorted out roll cage wise. All I gotta do tomorrow is put the seats in, put the wheels on, take it off the jack stands, and then it's getting aligned with new tie rod ends to fix that issue. We're also putting Toyota parts on it tomorrow, which will be interesting, off a Chaser. So kind of interested in to see how that goes tomorrow. Check it out in tomorrow's video. But yeah, tell me in the comment section, what was your favorite car you saw? I think out of everything I saw tonight, my two things were the Ferrari, that was Itasha wrapped, but that RX-8 was just mind-blowing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace out. Jamata.